Are we live yet or no?
Going live.
Oh.
Cool. Trying to finish this damn stupid spotlight thing.
All right. Well, let's give me 1 minute while that's loading.
Yeah. Because I have no idea if AEW is even on right now.
To be honest with you, I haven't really tuned into it lately. I'm just kind of sick of every time I hear wrestling news, it's, oh, CM Punk this, CM Punk that. I'm just sick and tired of hearing it.
Oh, God. I thought they brought out his contract.
The thing that's holding up is the non-compete. He wants that abolished. They want to keep it. Because they don't want him going back to WWE. Like, I don't think he's ever going to go back there anyway. I'd be surprised. I'd be shocked if he went back there. But that's what's supposedly holding the deal.
If he went back there, it'd be like a Hall of Fame thing. Like, here you go, you're in the Hall of Fame, that's that.
Ronnie said it the other day. It's probably going to be for if he's a spot in the Rumble or a spot at Mania, work 3 or 4 months and then take some time off type of deal. It's not going to be a full-timer.
He'd pull a Jericho.
He'd pull a Jericho, or he'd pull a Brock Lesnar or Taker. Wrestle a few times.
So it'll be the very thing he hates.
But I don't want him back. I don't want him back. I think he's a waste of space. He'd be taking up a roster spot if you ask me.
They don't need him.
Yeah, A, they don't need him, and B, I think he's a cancer.
Yeah, well, the thing is also, the E don't need him right now. At all.
They have the best roster they've had in years. They do not need to add a piece of shit like him there. They don't need it. They really don't.
All right. We ready?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of What's the Bet? On today's episode, we dive into the news, futures, and picks in the wide world of betting across the lovely areas of New Jersey and other places as we try something a little bit different. And we go down and we throw in a couple sponsors that we've had that we've never really talked about. But I am your host, Stephen Ronnie, and with me as always,
Chris.
What? Oh.
Introduce yourself.
I know. I thought I was trying something. I'm sorry. Yes, it is I, Trips, and the poles were greased.
as well as
The Zombie Master. And hey, Yankee fans, the ones I don't like, how you enjoying your early vacation?
we'll get into that, as well as Christian and the stunt cock Ryan will be joining us in a few. Yes, so what we're going to do is we are going to be doing, speaking of Christian, hello Christian.
Hello, friend.
We actually just begun.
What do you mean you just begun? What the?
We just started the show.
We only just begun.
What you mean?
Oh, yeah. True. Violation promises.
All right, shut up.
Hey, someone cut off Chris's hands. We need to make him chubs.
Get out the clap cleats
Grease
again.
the poles.
Oh, I'm
We
watching.
haven't clap cleated in a while.
Oh, don't worry. They'll be coming up later in the show. But yes, like I said, we have changed the name from the Nerd Zone. Things will be happening sooner than later.
And Christian left.
And Christian got it. That's what the hack and sack internet will get you.
All right,
What?
can you hear me now?
Yes, you're
Are
fine.
you in Jersey now, Christian?
What'd you say?
Are you back in? Are you in Jersey now?
I am here now. Yes, I
This
am.
is why your Wi-Fi sucks.
This is why your Wi-Fi sucks. Welcome to Jersey. Welcome to Jersey.
Oh,
Bend
this is
over.
Jersey Wi-Fi.
Hey, I'm actually in my car doing this, and there's a cat right here. That pussy don't get away from me.
Okay, so we got 3 slaves to Optimum.
Yeah, but nah, I'm finally here. I got here. Still getting adjusted to everything. It's good to be back home. I'll tell you that much right now. Yeah, I can't believe it's been that long. Like 22 years I've been away from here. Wow. But like I said, nothing's gonna change with me and anybody that I've built up friendships with in Illinois.
Yeah, like the old George Carlin joke: "Kiss her where it smells, take her to New Jersey."
Exactly. Yeah. And it's time for me to rant. Can I just give a big fuck you to the Houston Astros, Chris, for the life beat them in 5.
I mean, hey, you left wind and cold for armpit.
Like, look, John, didn't back in August when the Yankees were struggling into the same problems? The pitching is gonna be good, the bats are gonna be cold.
And you know what I said, and you missed it at the beginning. I said, to the Yankee fans I apologize for this, but to the ones who I gave the shit before,
So
I mean, look. I'm disappointed that we're bringing Aaron Boone back because you guys know I have not been an Aaron Boone fan. Like, I think for as long as you guys have known me, I have not been an Aaron Boone fan.
Listen, there's the first piece of news. So, Christian, we're doing different formats, and actually, we are starting with news. And yes, we will bring that up. That when it comes to the news, they are bringing Aaron Boone back, and it looks like Cashman's probably going to get another 3 to 5 year deal extension.
Mm-hmm.
What's the matter? Donnie Baseball's out of a job now. You don't want to bring him back to New York?
I would love him,
dude.
So would I.
John, don't say anything because the minute if they got rid of Cashman, the Mets are looking for a new president.
Fuck him. I don't want him here.
You say that, but they'll go right for him.
No, I just want the guy who plays center field playing for the Mets.
Who, Bader?
No.
Well,
Judge.
Judge is a right fielder, not a center
But
fielder.
He played
center. But I'm saying, if you're taking the center fielder, that's Bader.
Bader. No, I think the Yankees. I like the Yankee fans fell in love with him during the playoffs. I don't think he's going anywhere.
So, yes. So the first piece of news is that, of course, we have our World Series set up. The Phillies versus the Astros. When we get to the future section of this, we'll go more into the fun bets they've put out, and we'll make our predictions on that.
I'm not picking. I am not talking trash because
hold on.
It's all been gravy.
But there's bets that are on here that you don't have to make a pick because obviously we all know you're taking Philly. But they're gonna have some fun ones on here that you can kind of fuck around with.
Yeah, how many times do we hear trash cans during the World Series?
All I gotta say is it has been unreal here.
Well,
it has been unreal. Like
God forbid if they win, it's gonna be get out the riot guns.
No, make sure the horses are put away. There's no horse shit.
I mean, like I said before, like we were just happy to be in it. Like I said, I came on here. I was like, we're probably going to get swept by the Cardinals. And then we beat the Cardinals. I'm like, okay, well, the Braves are going to whoop us. And we stole game 1. And all of a sudden, I'm like, okay. Then San Diego, I'm like, we got a shot. And that game, all I got to say is, I know you were watching the Jets and whatever drama they were dealing with Denver.
Oh no, I was watching the Phillies.
That fucking game, holy shit!
Trust me, I was watching. I have 5 screens in my office. You don't think I was watching both?
Apparently, apparently Sir Anthony Dominguez's weakness is rain. Because, like, he couldn't get a grip on that ball. I'm like, oh, God. Oh, God.
What's the matter? They didn't have to stick him there?
No, they banned it, remember?
He couldn't get a grip.
Oh, shit.
He couldn't get a grip, and I'm just like, oh, great. So
the Phillies, they can't get a grip on anything.
Who's in the series?
Oh, no, he's busting your chops. Relax.
No, I'm busting the team. I don't like the team, and that's never been any. You know what? I'm not saying anything that hasn't been said before. And I've said this since day one. I've never been a Philly fan, and I don't like the Philadelphia Phillies. I've never liked them. So, I've always said my piece about that. And congratulations, you're in the World Series. Congratulations. So is the Houston Cheaters. What's your point?
Well, the whole thing.
I mean, man, who knows? All I know is
I say it's going to be a filthy trash can World Series. That's what I think.
if we can steal one in Houston, who knows?
Well, if you're gonna
appropriate saying steal in Houston.
if you're gonna steal one, you better do game one, because Philly, when it comes to winning the series, they have always they have been undefeated in series wins if they've taken game one.
Yeah, who is that? I think it's Nola versus Verlander.
Yeah, Nola
Friday.
Verlander, and then Wheeler's got game two.
See, I like Wheeler more. Wheeler has that like attitude about him. Like,
You're welcome.
yep, thank you very much. Who
We
knew,
trained him
who
how to
knew
pitch,
that?
and then he goes to another team and actually puts those lessons to use. Congratulations. You and
Who
the
knew that-
long-haired freak.
Who knew that a zipper problem could end up being a great pitcher?
Yeah, there's something about Wheeler.
He has that demeanor. I was like, I mean, Darvish almost got himself disqualified from the game because he would have beamed one more batter.
Yeah. Speaking.
Darvish beating people. What a shock.
Well, what's funny is you say that about pitchers that need to be either retiring or that are coming back. Ryan's happy. Ryan was actually shocked when I broke this to him. Waino's back.
The funny thing with Wheeler, though, Darvish got a guy in the elbow. Wheeler almost took out the whole Cronenworth family line. When he tried to
Waino's
bunt.
coming back? He's not retiring?
No, he's not retiring. Waino's back for an 18th season.
Does that mean Yachty's going to come back for another
That's a
season?
great question. I don't know. Chris, we're going to talk more about the Phillies when we start getting to our picks.
You saw that, right, Ronnie?
Yes, we'll talk.
Cronenworth tried to bunt.
Alright,
Cronenworth tried to bunt and Wheeler.
Chris,
You're getting off the rails.
Chris,
Look, I gotta bust Chris's chops a little bit before we even get into that. But Chris, the last time you guys were in the World Series, what happened?
was that 2009?
Wait. Who's the long face that got swept?
Okay. Oh,
Swept! Swept!
Okay, that's adorable. That's fucking adorable. But who was what happened the last time you were in the World Series again?
So?
What you mean? So, I just want to answer. I don't remember.
Yeah, again.
It was
swept.
It was one shiny moment there, Christian.
Swept.
Look, I don't want your answer, Ronnie. Your answer is irrelevant at this point. Fuck your answer. I want Mr. Lawrence's answer.
I think the key. I think
The thing is, I wasn't trying to rub it in. I was just trying to talk about my experience with the game. And y'all like, oh yeah, well, what happened last time? Dude, who cares? The Braves were fucking
Well, there went.
got hurt.
Well, there just goes the whole news segment.
And the polls will be greased in January and February again. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, I had to bust your chops. I had to get it out. You know me. But this could be interesting. It just seems like the National League East kind of has Houston's number. You know what I'm saying? Like Atlanta last year, the Washington Nationals a couple years ago. Please do God's work.
Go ahead, continue with the news, Ronnie. Go ahead. Nobody will interrupt again.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, like, the experts are already saying Astros in 6.
Well,
Of course they are.
We'll get to that. Let Ronnie finish his segment.
Yeah, I mean, they're saying that. I'm like, all right. And then there are some people
I'm
that's
walking
like,
off.
Saying the whole, like, if it's Phillies fans, so, I'm not
Chris, let
automatically
him get
rooting
his shit
against them.
done. Jesus Christ, let him get his shit done. He is the host, for God's sakes.
Ronnie, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm gonna get to the Philly game when we get to that. Like, I had segments set up.
I'm just talking. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know I have a hearing.
Go ahead, Ronnie. Continue.
So, yes. So, other news, like I said, Wayno's coming back for his 2013 season.
That's crazy. I thought all three of them were expected to leave like at the same time.
Well,
Wow.
I'm wondering if all three are going to come back for one more year.
Yeah, did you guys?
I can. No. Well, to answer your question, I can see Pujols because he said he would think about it when he hits if he hits 700.
Okay.
So, if Yachty comes back, that wouldn't shock me.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing with Yachty is I worry about him is because he'd have to platoon DH because I don't think his knees can hold up anymore. Because he's getting to that catcher age when those knees start to go. That's why Piazza called it a quits after age 39 because he couldn't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, if they come back, great.
Sorry, John.
No, they're all professionals. I have nothing against. The only thing I hated about Yachty because he killed the Mets every time he played us. But as a professional, as a ball player, nothing but respect. Same for Pujols and Wainwright.
Yeah, absolutely.
Respect for him. Nothing but respect for him. Because they're all first ballot Hall of Famers in my eyes. Well, maybe not Waino, first ballot.
But
he'll get in.
definitely Yachty and Pujols.
Oh, definitely. Waino, I think, will get in, but I don't think he'll get in first ballot.
Okay.
But he'll definitely get in.
Waino.
Adam Wainwright. He'll get in. He'll get in the Hall of Fame. He's not going to be first ballot. He'll be, I think, 4 or 5 years in, maybe. But Yachty and Pujols, first ballot all the way.
Oh, yeah. Yachty, Pujols, first ballot. Wainwright should get in, but
he will.
Probably. Yeah, third.
3 or 4 years. Yeah, I mean, it's going to take. He'll build up. His first ballot, the first year he's on the ballot, he'll probably get like 45 to 50% of the vote. I'm predicting, but that's probably going to be it, and then he'll just grow from there. Because how long can you stay on the ballot for?
10 years.
10 years.
Is it 10 years? But no.
I mean, baseball.
Pujols and Yachty are gonna. Now, I heard somebody say they're gonna get Jeter numbers. I don't know if they're gonna get Jeter numbers.
What?
I don't think that.
To go into the Hall?
I don't think they're both gonna get. People are predicting they're gonna get unanimous, both of them.
Nah, the next guy I honestly see getting close to a unanimous vote for the National Baseball Hall of Fame is Ichiro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's no other player I could think that's Hall of Fame eligible will come soon to be Hall of Fame eligible. I think he's got, 2 more years before he's eligible, I think? 2 or 3 years?
Who, Ichiro?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's probably eligible in 2 years. He's getting in on the first ballot.
Oh, definitely.
And if there's somebody who votes against him, like they did Jeter, there's a problem.
Oh, there's always going to be one. There's always got to be that one writer that's going to be the wild child or the rebel to not vote him in unanimous.
Exactly.
Of course, we all know who that one voter was that didn't vote Jeter, and it was a writer from fucking Boston.
I thought it was a motherfucker from Queens, to be honest with you.
No, it was a writer from Boston that didn't vote him in.
Of course it was. Dickhead.
Like this, Christian, this surprises you.
What, from Boston?
Yeah.
I honestly thought it was somebody from Queens. Seriously.
No, it was. I found out through different articles. It was somebody from Boston.
I just want to know who it was. I like to email.
Oh, they'll never disclose that because that guy will get fucking hate mail. He'll get bomb threats.
No, it's probably the guy. It's yeah. Quick football news that it just broke. Breece Hall out for the year with a torn ACL, and Elijah Vera Tucker looks like he's out for the year with a torn tricep.
Oh, before we get into that, I understand this is part of that thing. So the Jets made a trade. Christian, do you know anything about this guy we got from Seattle?
No,
Yeah,
Jacksonville.
Robinson.
Jacksonville.
Oh, yeah. Was it Jacksonville? I thought it was Seattle. My mistake. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
James
yeah,
Robinson from
yeah.
Jacksonville.
He's a good
Yeah,
running back.
He's a great running back.
Damn good running back.
He has good vision. He's shifty. He initiates contact. He can catch the ball out the backfield. It was just an unfortunate situation for him in Jacksonville because they had Travis Etienne. I mean, they drafted him the year they drafted what's his name? Trevor
Lawrence.
Because Trevor and Travis both went to college together, John. They played at Clemson together, and now they're teammates in the NFL. And Travis was getting more reps and more time on the field than James. So this kind of comes at a perfect situation because let's be real, Breece Hall's been the Jets' best player this year.
Yeah.
He's
All right.
emerged.
But my question is he comparable to Breece Hall, or is he just a filler until Breece Hall comes back?
He's a filler.
He's a-
until I think they can keep him next year because look,
I think he's going to be taking
It ought to
Carter's
be-
spot. I think he's going to be taking
mean,
Carter's
look.
spot.
I mean, look at it like this. In order to be successful in the NFL, a lot of teams have what? You look at a lot of teams that have won Super Bowls the last couple of years. What have they had? They've had two running backs that they can depend on. It's almost like basketball at this point. You have a starting point guard, and then you got a point guard that can lead the second unit off the bench. So having that second running back, I think it pays dividends.
But
Yeah.
the reason I asked that is because I saw that run he had against Denver on Sunday. I said, "Oh Jesus Christ, this guy's gonna wipe the and boom, injured." And I'm like, "Fuck me sideways." These guys can't
I'm
get
good.
a break.
I'm good.
No, I'm being sarcastic, but anyway.
I know. I'm just messing around.
But then I see they got a trade. I'm like, okay, but I don't know much about this guy because I obviously don't watch Jacksonville football.
Right. I mean, look, like I said, he's a shifty guy, not the biggest guy, and not the quickest, but he knows how to get around and he knows how to follow his block.
He's a north-south runner.
He's a north-south runner, and he doesn't shy away from contact. Because you look at a lot of running backs today, and the one thing you're always going to notice is they try and plant their foot, cut on a dime, fake a defender out, and go the opposite way. Like, nah, man, initiate contact. If I have
Carter-
a chance to run somebody over, I'm running someone over.
So Carter is probably going to be your first down back while Johnson's going to be your second, third down. He's definitely going to be your third and short down back.
Right.
Yeah,
Carter,
that's what I was going to ask. So Carter's going to get a majority of the snaps now, you think?
well, here's the thing. So, honestly, the one thing that the Jets had when this was going on, and now it's everybody, freaking, they're taking the ideas of what the Jets used to do. Because if you remember back in the 90s, the teams that made the NFC title game or the AFC title games and stuff like that with Curtis Martin and Lamont Jordan.
Yeah, but, anytime I think of the Jets, and anytime they've been successful, they've always had a solid running game.
They've had two running backs and an unbelievable D.
Yeah, because, even the years under Rex Ryan, they had Sean Green, and then they had, I know he was older, and I know he was way past his prime,
LT.
but LaDainian Tomlinson.
That's I was just going to bring up LaDainian Tomlinson, yeah.
But I mean, even
one of the best I ever saw do it, John. One of the best. His season in 2006 is by far the best year I've ever seen from a running back.
But you look at
It's up there with what Adrian Peterson did.
Yeah.
But no, it's just I was the only thing right now it's like the only thing that's preventing me from saying fuck it until next year with baseball again is God forbid let Sauce Gardner stay healthy. That motherfucker's running roughshod over everybody.
Look, top 5 corner. He's come in and he's had a serious impact. I remember, John, I'm gonna take it back here. Remember when you called me on draft night?
Right.
The Jets drafted him.
Right.
What did I tell you? I said, look, watch out for this kid. This kid didn't allow a touchdown in college at Cincinnati. I watched him, just saw everything he was able to do. But I look at him in the NFL now, the Jets hit jackpot with this due to the simple fact the Jets have had a really tough time replacing Darrelle Revis since he retired.
So right now, we'll get more into it to the futures when we talk about it. Sauce, favorite to win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
Oh,
Hands down.
Who's
Well, wait.
who's been better than
Well,
him?
wait. Well, we'll get into it when we get into the futures. When we get into the next segment, I'll get into it. But that, and you have Quinnen Williams, possibly Defensive Player of the Year.
Nah, I'm not going that far. Over Micah Parsons?
Well,
Christian, you know what? I got to, I don't normally disagree with you, on this, but Quinnen Williams, I've watched the last 3 Jet games in a row. I've watched, and Williams has pretty much owned every quarterback he's faced.
Yeah, that's very true.
Christian, I'm going to say this. Look at it this way. If the Jets make the playoffs on defense, it's going to be because of Quinnen Williams and Sauce Gardner. If Dallas makes the playoffs, it's not going to become because of Micah Parsons.
Don't forget about the other Williams brother.
I understand that, but I'm saying as though
don't look past him either.
No, but I'm going off of what the books say, like what I'm looking at. Like if you're looking at how these teams, he's the best player on that team as of right now. He is the best player on that defense, and he's the reason they're winning games. Micah Parsons is not the reason Dallas is winning games. He's a help, but he's not the reason. Quinnen Williams is the reason.
It's true, yeah. I mean, you can't argue with the way he basically bitch slapped and basically cradled in his arm Aaron Rodgers.
But so did everybody else. So did the Giants. But we'll get into that when we get into the futures, because there's one more topic that I want to talk about for news.
All right.
And it's a touchy one. And I think Christian might go on a rant.
All right, well then, he goes on a rant. I gotta go take the Browns to the Super Bowl. I'll be right back.
All right.
Make sure you wash your hands.
So Brittany Griner. Her appeal has been officially denied. She will be serving the rest of her 10-year prison sentence in Russia.
Wow.
Until they make another deal.
Nope, it don't look like that, because they tried to appeal it for that reason, and they told her to kick rocks, literally with a hammer.
Yeah, we'll see.
They would have done it by now. But
it's all political grandstanding. I mean, that's all it was.
So hold on. You say that, but we're in the midterms right now. If we're going to say politics, we're in the midterms right now.
What?
We're in the midterm elections right now. Well, wouldn't that be the perfect time? Wouldn't that be the perfect time to save face if they're under that party?
Well, I'm not saying it's more Russia trying to get more out of just because it was going to be a prisoner swap, but Russia, of course, wants more. So they're going to grandstand it and do whatever they can to get more out of it.
Sup, Ryan?
And that's that. So it's basically blackmail.
Yeah.
If you really want to get down to it, it's extortion. So
she's
being extorted.
What is it? Brittany Griner, the whole appeal being denied.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, it's a flex move by Russia. Is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
Yeah, the verdict doesn't surprise me. Even as big a pile of bullshit as it is. I feel like her denial is very much tied in with current geopolitical standings.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I think if none of this shit was going on right now, they'd have been like, get the fuck out of Russia and don't come back. Period.
Yep.
Basically.
All right. Christian, you have anything to add to that last segment?
I don't. I mean, I think we knew it was coming down to this. This would not be a case if Russia were in war right now. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah. No, that's exactly it.
That's exactly what it is. Russia's at war, and we didn't side with them.
No, more or less, we sided with Ukraine. That's what it is. It's not like we put any dog in the fight. We sided with the people they're fighting against.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, to say that. But, alright, let's get into a new segment on the show where we discuss the futures market as well as diving into all the NBA, NFL, Major League Baseball, as well as other things. But right now, the future segment is going to be sponsored by Dubby. Go to W.GG for one of 4 energy drinks that'll last you all the way to the pay window. W.GG, code the Nerdport for 10% off on your order. Kicks back to us, helps you guys out. Check it out. Link's going to be in the product down below. Twitch, there will be a button to hit. Hit that, sends you right there. And give it a shot.
W, you see the future.
Drink W to last you all season long so you can make it to the pay window. Yeah, you like that one?
W, you see the future.
You like that one?
No, you said the futures, right? Sponsored by W, so drink W, see the future.
But it also keeps you awake the entire time to keep the energy to go all season long.
There it is.
Okay, did I miss the rant?
It's over. We're on to the new one. We're on to the next segment, which is the future segment.
Oh, what up, Rye?
What up, guys?
We're into the
No, that was me.
No, but we're doing the future segment, which I was saying to them. It's sponsored by Dubby.
Clap cleats?
We'll get the clap cleats in a little bit. Don't worry. But, yeah, so futures right now. Well, let's get into the World Series, in all honesty. Futures, the whole thing is the Astros are minus 190 to win the World Series, while Philly is plus 170. So we're running off of Caesar Sportsbooks or William Hill / Caesars, and they put out a couple of interesting Philly bets for, I guess, only for New Jersey. So Christian, you can get on this too.
Okay.
Phillies win the World Series. Just yes or no on this. In 4, 5, or 6 games, it's plus 260 for them to win. So pretty much I'm asking is, if Phillies or even Astros win, will this go 6 games? Or will this go 7?
I'll say Philly in 6.
Okay.
I'll say the Phillies in 6.
Yep. Chris, I know you're going to take Philly, but do you think it's going to go to 6 games, or do you think it's going to go 7?
What I was gonna say is, like, if they're gonna win, they're probably gonna win 5. So
Okay, then you'll take that bet too. Ryan, what do you think?
I think it's going to be the Astros, but it's going to take all 7.
Okay, John. Besides,
It's going to go to 7, and I could care less who
I was
wins.
gonna say that's all I asked. Just how many games do you think it's gonna be? Another bet is 18 to 1. Chris will laugh at this one. The Phillies to win the World Series and the Eagles to win the Super Bowl.
oh my God, dude!
Do you
look
want
at
to see
the
Philly burned? Do
balls!
you want to see
If that
Philly
happened-
burned?
Yeah, if that happened, there is no more Philadelphia.
I think Chris
Philly's
is.
gonna fucking burn if that
I
happens.
think Chris is about to send me money to make this bet for him.
Dude, if that happened, maybe finally the city would know what kind of grease to use to get the poles greased.
Dude, okay, I gotta do.
Well, they tried Crisco, didn't work.
They tried what?
This other grease
Did you just
didn't
say
work.
they tried Crisco?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Look.
Astroglide.
Look.
Then
Crisco
they
is
tried
Listen,
Listen.
Christmas was only good when you have ashy knees or you want to grease your girl's ass. Not because.
Then lately, what's it? Now they're trying gear grease, like, you know, with engine stuff. Apparently that didn't work.
You
It's
get
like whatever they
Sex lube, sex lube.
you get ass lube.
dude, it doesn't matter. Because all you need is a liquored up Philly fan and a pole, and they see a challenge.
You got to get ass cream like Christian and Ed used to talk about on the show.
No, straight up.
Ask will glide them poles, and then be like, yeah, I climbed that shit. Because if he does, that motherfucker's part squirrel.
Dude, you know what would make this better? Is if this was 100-1 for the Phillies.
Climb the pole and punched a horse.
Oh God, yes, but the horse. But no, dude, and Philly would completely burn to the ground if this happened. A four-way Philly championship parlay. The Phillies, the Eagles, the Flyers, and the Sixers.
Philadelphia would be wiped off the map. It looked like Hiro fucking Shima.
Nah, the thing is, we don't destroy our city. We just climb the poles.
If you had a fucking grand slam for world titles, you're telling me that wouldn't burn? Your fucking city would burn.
No, you don't, dude. That when the Eagles won the Super Bowl, one car was flipped. That was it, and they said, "Yo, this is stupid," and they went back to climbing poles and like jumping on shit. That's all we do. We don't burn our city. We just like climb
It
on
would be
shit and
Mongo
have
for
fun, really drunk.
Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, right.
You're not allowed to park here. Sponge.
Boom.
See, everybody thinks we're gonna torch our city. No, we're not. We're just gonna get really drunk, climb shit, and hold up traffic forever.
If the Sixers and Flyers win, that place would go nuts.
If the Flyers win again, we're gonna climb poles, drink like crazy. I mean,
It's gonna be.
Birds won. When the Birds won, one car got flipped and they got reprimanded. Like, yo, we can't do that anymore. The only thing that really happened that came down when the Birds won was there was a canopy that people decided, hey, I'm going to jump on. And they fell through it. Like you do. And then they were like, ow, that hurt. And nobody got hurt. I mean, like, I saw a video. A guy was up on the truss part of the light post. He's like, throw me a beer, bro! The guy almost fell off, caught the beer, shotgunned the shit, and then jumped off. This is what we do.
Alright, so quick prediction. Give me your prediction then. One from each team, I would say. Give me your prediction for MVP.
Well, I don't think it'll be 4 for 4 championships. It could be 3, possible, but I think it could be 2. Who knows?
Yeah. All right.
I mean, if Phillies win the World Series, Eagles win the Super Bowl, I would take that. The Sixers, yeah, I don't know yet.
Not with goddamn Doc Rivers.
Well, we'll get into. Well, let's finish this first because we got one bet to make. We got one bet to talk about, one future to talk about, and then we'll talk about the NBA. Who's your MVP? Give me one from each team. Your MVP for the World Series.
Wait, sorry, what?
Who's going to be your MVP? Give me one from each team.
Sorry, I didn't hear it.
Who's MVP?
Oh, MVP?
Yeah, give me one from each team.
All right. I'll give 2. Bryce Harper, of course.
That's an easy bet.
And I could see Bryce Harper if that happens, or Rhys Hoskins, because he has been hot.
He's 16-1, and Harper's 5-1.
Yeah.
So mine, I'll give you my example. For Astros, Alvarez.
Yeah.
And for the Phillies, I'm actually going to go with a long shot. I'm going to go with Brandon Marsh. He actually
Damn.
has been killing. He actually kills the Astros. He's 50-1.
Yeah, he didn't do shit against the Padres, but
No, but he does shit against Houston.
good, we
Ryan,
need that.
Ryan, who do you think is going to go for MVP?
Bryce Harper.
Okay, so you're just going to go chalk. You're going to go Harper. John, what about you?
I'm going, even though I can't stand Pulte, I'll give you somebody to say. Philly, I'm going to take Alec Boehm.
Okay.
I have a good feeling about. I you know, the kid had a rough beginning, but he had a killer finish.
So it's Bohm going.
And the video guy for Houston.
So Bohm is going at 28-1, and Altuve is going for 14.
Christian got the joke.
Oh, I know exactly what you were talking about. Christian, who do you got?
Oh God, I want to say ain't nobody care. So damn bad. That's just how.
Christian, just say the video guy for Houston and be calling it.
Nah, man. I'll say the waste management man for Houston. Yeah, I'll say the trash can man for Houston, and then for Philly, I'm gonna say Real Muto. You know, I think he can be big time. That, or you know, guess this is just the Yankee in me. You know, Didi. Like, I'm real happy for Didi.
I thought they released Didi.
Did they?
Hold on, I got
Yeah,
their...
they were. No, Didi was released. Didi, the Phillies released Didi.
Oh, did
Yeah,
they?
Didi's not on the roster.
Okay, so I'll take that back. I'll say either Reese Hoskins, because he has been on a roll, or I'll say Aaron Nola. Like, I got the chance to see Aaron Nola pitch.
Yeah, it's
last year, and he, like, when he's locked in, he's locked in.
Nola right now is 18-1, but it is rare to see a pitcher win the MVP.
What are Bone's things?
20. Bohm was 28, I think. Yeah, 28.
2007, Cole Hamels.
I didn't say it's impossible. I said it's rare.
It's unlikely.
Yeah, because like they don't play every game.
Exactly. That's why I said. I go, it's not impossible, but it's rare.
Yeah.
All right, let's go into the NBA. After the first week of the NBA, is there any... We'll do this, because we'll get into this more. Is there anything that caught your guys' attention in the first week of the NBA?
Christian, you got the saying for me?
Okay.
There you go.
Well, it leads into my next couple questions. But Christian, have you?
The Lakers don't have shooters. Like, it's gonna be a long season in LA, correction, let me say it again. It's gonna be a long season in LA.
LA.
And yeah, it's gonna be a long season, and not only that, like, this isn't a good Lakers team. Like, LeBron, look, as great as LeBron is, LeBron shouldn't be your leading scorer. Right now, like, Russell Westbrook, that's just gonna be a distraction. He's gonna be gone at the trade deadline, maybe even sooner, if they can find a dealer, if they can find a guy that's suited to take him on. But yeah, like, the Lakers just aren't a good team. So everybody's saying the Lakers are gonna make it to the finals this year. I just laugh at them.
I agree with that. The team that I'm looking at right now that caught my eye that actually I'm really worried about is Brooklyn. I'm
Yeah.
watching them. I'm watching them right now. They were up 15. The game is tied against Giannis.
Wow.
Yeah, and now they just took the lead.
Who? Brooklyn did?
No, the Bucks.
Oh, okay.
But that really what caught my eye. That and oh shit. That and Zion. They've been catching my freaking eye, but Zion's now hurt again.
Yeah, man. That's what happens. That's what happens when you can't put the beignets down. You know what I'm saying?
I swear to God, I thought you were about to say the church is chicken.
Nah. He's not old enough for church. Look, you got to have at least 25 years in you to be eating church's chicken. You know, he only 22. So
I mean that
Nah.
that lemon pepper wings.
From where?
Oh God,
Anywhere.
find the nearest strip club.
Don't you say Wingstop?
No, find the nearest strip club down in South Beach.
There you go.
Because, dude, look, Wingstop is so bad. Somebody asked me, would I rather eat a pound of monkey shit or eat 6 wings from Wingstop? Saute the monkey shit. Wingstop is
I agree with that. I had the boneless wings. I had that boneless wing when they had a special on that. Man, I didn't finish that shit. I ended up throwing it out.
Look, I'll tell you this. This is the only thing Wingstop is good for. The name. It's a place that needs to stop making wings.
I'd much rather eat the French fries from Wingstop.
Oh, God.
Ryan, is there anything? Have you watched any basketball?
No,
Nope.
I've not. I'm not a basketball fan.
Okay, Chris, have you been watching any Sixers? Have you been watching anything?
I mean, watching a little bit.
Let me ask you this: are you worried about the Sixers and how they're playing, or are you just waiting to Embiid finally get in the fucking shape?
well, I really haven't watched the Sixers. I mean, I know they've been winless, and then they won finally. I was like, hey, they won!
They beat the Pacers last night. They lost
They
this
lose last night again?
I don't know, but they lost to San Antonio, dude. San Antonio is awful. Harden's been looking good. Harden's been looking really good.
Off to a good start. What do you mean they're awful?
Dude, they do not play well. They're not they're off to a good start, but they are not playing well. The Raptors are up 9 on the Sixers right now.
No idea.
No, I'm saying I just told you the Raptors are up 9. I'm looking at the score right now.
Hold on, let me check the freaking score on them. No. Like I said, I know they started 0-3, then they won a game. I was like, hey, they won. How about that?
I mean, granted, it's early. It is early in the year. And like 90% of the time.
We're losing. We're losing to the Raptors. Okay.
Yep. So, let's, right now, so what I'll do is, I'm going to talk about, we'll talk about the MVP right now. And if there's a guy on here that you would legitly be willing to make a bet, or is there somebody that might be at a higher price that you could see yourself betting on? Okay? And John, if you have questions, Ryan, you have questions, ask. That's what this is for. So I'll read you the top 5. You got Luka at 4-1, Giannis Antetokounmpo at 6.5-1, John Morant at 7, Jason Tatum at 8, Embiid at 8, and finally at this point you got KD at 13. So out of those names I said, is there any one that you would bet, or do you see yourself going down the list, maybe to a James Harden, a Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell, and making a bet that way? Because I have one that's a long shot.
The only name on that list that I have any knowledge of that I've seen play more than one game, because when I've been over at people's houses, is Luka.
Okay, and Luka's the favorite. The only problem is Luka, I believe, is a 2-time winner, 2 in a row already. So you get voter fatigue out of this, but granted, it's also super freaking early in the year, so things can change. Chris, any of those names interest you in MVP, or do you see yourself betting on somebody else, like a James Harden or something like that, someone like that?
When it's all said and done, Embiid should be again, but he won't be. It'll be Jokic or Jokic or whoever him again.
Okay. Christian?
Giannis is my pick.
Okay.
MVP. Because look, he's in his prime now. Like this is prime Giannis Antetokounmpo. The shit you saw the year when he won his first, and then he won his second, and then he won the finals. MVP, like that was him just scratching the surface. Like now, like I just think, look, his jumper's getting better and better by the year. He's the best two-way player in the league, if we're being honest, because I mean, look, he does it on both ends. He can defend, he can rebound, he can block, he can assist. Like, you know who he reminds me of, Ronnie?
Who?
Orlando. He's a mix of Orlando Shaq and Minnesota Kevin Garnett.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like, look how he gets up and down the floor. Like, you know, that was Orlando Shaq. And then KG really didn't have a jumper when he first came into the league. He really developed it over time. So I think Giannis is trending in the right direction.
But the question is do you see voters, because obviously, remember, the MVP is more of a writer's vote than it is the MVP, let's face it, is it's a popularity contest. Could you see the writers being more oh, we already voted for him, he's already won 2, you've given him a year break, and now do we give it to him again, or do we want new blood in it? It's almost like how Jordan, look at how Jordan was. When Jordan won MVP, he really didn't win that many MVPs. He won a good amount, but he always had, it was never 3 in a row. It was very rare. It's very rare to see someone do 3 in a row.
Yeah, that's true, but my thing is, okay, if you're going to say that about that, then you could go back to that period when LeBron won his first 2. The first time he was in Cleveland, then it was Derrick Rose, and then LeBron won the next 2 after that in Miami.
Right. It would be literally the same way.
I mean, look, man, you get that motherfucker to anybody who has the best numbers. You see what I'm saying?
It should be that. It should be that way.
Look, because look, I know when he came back after that injury, I was saying KD was gonna win one. Like, a lot of people kept saying Kevin Durant shouldn't have won one when he was in Golden State. But I mean, Kevin Durant was there when he was in Golden State.
I was gonna say when he was in Golden State, Curry made him the leader of that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because
he deferred to him.
Steph had no problem doing that.
No.
You know, like he had, just like Wade had no problem deferring it to LeBron.
Yeah. If I'm going to make my, legit bet right now, I like Ja. I really like Ja Morant's game right now with how he's doing it.
The only way he'll win it is if they finish, top 3 in the West.
Yeah.
Or they go on some streak and, they're the 6th seed. Like last year when Jokic won it.
Sorry.
Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, Denver was the 6th seed when Joker won it.
Yeah, but who else was on that team?
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, you can make the case for Ja then. Who else is on that team?
Oh, if Ja, but again, nobody. And that's why I think Ja has the best chance of winning. But there's one other person that's a long shot. He's 80-1 that hasn't really gotten and they got to get better because Miami right now is completely the drizzling dog shits.
Jimmy Butler?
Yep.
Yeah, with his fake ass dreads and shit. Yeah, I can see it. Look, I'll tell you, I was kind of anti Jimmy Butler all the years he was playing for the Bulls because I'm like perfect example when the Bulls had Wade and then they had Rondo, and Butler, I was like, look, no team will ever get to a finals with Jimmy Butler as your alpha dog. I just thought at that time he was a role player, right? But what I saw him do with Miami, man, I've eaten humble pie since.
Yeah, and that's where it's going to be. Like, he is... I mean, Jimmy Butler right now can be the guy. He can make it. But the question is what is it going to take?
Nah, man, he just has to go ape shit. Like, they got to probably finish. Because if you think about it, anybody that's won it in the East, they've had one of the 2 top records in the league. Like, that year when LeBron won his first, they won 66 games. And then I knew he had the second one because they won 61 games. So they won over 120 games in a 2-year span. Then when he got to Miami, like, he had a lot of little stats that worked in his favor. Like, cause I thought Kevin Durant should have won it one of those years when LeBron won it. Like the lockout year when Miami won their first against Oklahoma City. Like, Kevin Durant was on a different page that year. But the second one LeBron won in Miami, oh my God. Like, he was the best player in the league at that point, and it wasn't even remotely close. Like, LeBron was doing shit that I had never seen him do. Like, and think about it, that was the prime of his career. Like, I know he's been sustaining success since he left Miami, but I mean, I will take Miami LeBron over anybody.
Right.
Like, LeBron became more of a complete player in Miami. He became a post player. He had a jumper. He played defense. Like, LeBron looked like he gave a damn when he was in Miami. Since then, LeBron looks like he doesn't give a shit.
Right. Yeah, I get you on that.
Yeah.
So, all right. Ryan, did you have any questions, or did you...
No, I've tried to get into basketball. I'm just, it's not my sport.
All right. Well,
but I do enjoy, hearing the safe bets on it.
yeah, I think college is going to be... I think college is better when it comes to that because it's more entertaining when we get into that. Because the NBA really doesn't heat up until the playoffs.
Right. Well,
And the awards market is kind of where NBA starts being a little more fun because there's a lot more to talk about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, March Madness is where it's at.
Yeah. But let's go over into the NFL for the futures market. Where do we want to start? Do we want to start MVP? Do we want to start Defensive Player of the Year or Rookies of the Year?
Rookies of the Year.
All right, Offensive Rookie of the Year. Right now, your top rookies. I'm going to read the top 5 Rookies of the Year. Kenneth Walker III, since Bryce Hall has been officially out. Walker has taken over at 2-1. Damian Pierce at 3-1. Chris Olave at 9. Brian Robinson Jr. at 12. And Bradley Zappi at 12.
I'm going to go Kenneth Walker III. I like the dimension that he brings to the Seattle Seahawks because I raved about him in college at Michigan State. Remember, Ronnie?
Yep.
Like, last year, I would call you talking about watch out for Kenneth Walker III. He's a more explosive Kareem Hunt. He's a bigger Kareem